Namaskar. Welcome back to another episode of a series on Brihat, Parashara, Hora, Shastra. So last time we started with Lunar Yogas and we are continuing with that. Today we will be doing Shubh Ashubh Yoga. So now I invite our presenter, Mr. Abhishek, to enlighten us on this yoga.
Thank you very much once again for this great opportunity. So we are really in a very important chapter of Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, Chandra Yoga Adhyaya. As in the first verse, when we were just discussing about the importance of the Chandra Yogas along with the Alpa, Madhyam and Uttam Chandra Yoga, we got an opportunity to understand how important these Chandra Yogas are according to Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara play with the Chandra and Surya, sun and moon, and the positioning of the sun and moon, relative positioning of the sun and moon, give us insight about the prosperity, about the level of the prosperity which have been revealed by Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. Today, he is going to check moon, positioning of the moon with respect to other two benefic planets, most benefic planets, unconditional benefic planets, that is Jupiter and Venus. So he checked the positioning, relative positioning from Sun in the first verse, and now from the Jupiter and Venus. As usual, before going into the real discourse between Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara and his beloved student Maitre related to this Shubh Ashubh Chandra Yoga, I love to go and bow down in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, Jagat Guru, Adi Guru, Guru of the Guru. Let's come along. Vamdevaye namo Jyeshthaye namah Shresthaye namo Rudraye namah Kalaye namah Kalvikaranaye namo Valavikaranaye namo Balaye namo Balpramathanaye namah Sarvabhut Damanaye namo Manonmanaye namaha. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. After bowing down in the lotus feet of Adi Guru and remembering the Guru Parampara, now it's time to enter into the real discourse related to this verse. So this verse will give further insight. Once we get the chart, we will check Sun, where Sun is posited from the moon. Now we are going further, more digging down further. Before entering in it, we know grahas are behaving in a different manner in daytime and in night time. Just like people, some people are very active in day and some are in night. That is also happening due to the vibration received from the planets only. We know Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara revealed this fact in Graha Gun Swarupa Adhyaya. There are three planets, Moon, Mars and Saturn. They are Ratri Bali. They are very active in night. And there are three planets, Sun, Jupiter and Venus. They are Divavali. They are very active, very strong. Active means strong here in daytime. But Mercury is strong all the time. So this is the revelation of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara. This revelation I'm just recalling, nothing to do much with this yoga. But in this yoga, The birth timing of the native is to be taken into the consideration when we are checking Shubh Ashubh Chandra Yoga. Native can be born in daytime or native can be born in night time. So the timing of the birth is into the consideration. Then we will check how moon is getting blessings from two unconditional planets, Jupiter and Venus. And what is the avastha? What is the positioning of the moon? So let's come and immerse in the verse number 2 of this chapter. Parasaruvacha Swanse swadhi mitranse स्थितः दिवसे ससि गुरुना दृश्यते तत्र जातो अनसुखान्वितः. He is saying Swanse. Swanse means here the navans of the moon, own navans. So moon is, if moon is posited in the own navans, or swa adhi mitranse, or moon is posited in the navans of the adhi mitra, it means Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is talking about the Panchadha Maitri. Maharshi Parashara is giving minimum word to reveal more. So here Mahaguru is talking about the Panchadha Maitri. So his advice, his instruction, when we are checking this yoga, go for the Panchadha Maitri level. For so positioning of the moon, moon is in the own navans or moon is in the navans of the Adhimitra. And the timing he is saying Divasesasi. So it's a daytime birth. So condition is daytime birth is happening. First condition. Second condition, moon is posited in own navans or in navans of Adhimitra. Now, next condition is coming up. Guru na drishyate tatra jato dhan sukhanvita. Now Jupiter is blessing that moon. So Jupiter is blessing that moon. We know the aspect of Jupiter is auspicious, highly auspicious. It's like a Amrit Bristi. People used to say, great acharyas used to say, Guru ki drishti, Amrit ki bristi. These are the same. So daytime birth and moon is aspected by, moon is blessed by Jupiter, and that moon is posited in own navans or navans of the Adhimitra. Adhimitra means great friend. Then the native will get all the dhan sukhanvita. So that will be the condition. So that is for the daytime birth. Now in the next verse, Maharshi will move to the nighttime birth. So nighttime birth, Venus will come into the picture. Blessing will come from other auspicious planet, other Gurudev, but he is also Gurudev, but Gurudev of the Daityas. Now let's immerse in the verse, third verse. Swan seva swadhimitran se sthitivas sasi sanisi शुक्रेण दृश्यते तत्र जातो धन सुखान्वितः. Moon's position is exactly the same. Moon is in own navans or moon is in the navans of great friend. But the birth is nighttime birth. Nighttime birth, then the blessing is coming from Venus. When Venus is aspecting the moon, that moon. then that native, will be dhan sukhanvita. So we have to check if we got any chart. So if the birth is nighttime birth, so check in through the verse number 3. If Venus is blessing that moon, the moon is posited in the own navans or navans of Adhimitra. If Venus is blessing, then very good. If daytime birth, then if Jupiter is blessing that moon, then that's very good as far as dhan and sukh is concerned. So these are the revelation. So these two verse number 2 and 3, talking about the Shubh Yoga. These two about the Shubh. But Maharshi is here revealing Shubh and Ashubh both. So through the verse number 4, he will talk about Ashubh. Ashubh means the opposite of the verse number 2 and 3 is going to be Ashubh. So that Mahaguru is going to reveal. Mahaguru is saying, Etat Viparitasya. So if it is Viparit, if combination is Viparit, then it will be Ashubh. Let's immerse in the verse first. Etat viparasyaste cha Sukre jayanavallokite jayate alpadhano balo yoge asmin nirdhano athva. Now, if Viprit is happening, Viprit means if daytime birth is happening and instead of Jupiter, Venus is coming, that can be a combination. If nighttime birth is happening, instead of Venus, Jupiter is coming, that is the Viparit. If the positioning of the moon is in anemical sign or anemical navans, this is the Viparit. So here Viparit, Maharshi is talking about the Viparit means so many combinations and living on Devagyas, their predictive intelligence. You think what can be the opposite? So many combinations can be. So those combinations will decrease the wealth. Those combinations will deteriorate the happiness. And deterioration of the happiness and the depletion of the wealth is depend upon the intensity of the yoga. How much intense yoga is. The intensity of yoga is depend upon the participatory planets avastha. So we have to check the avastha of the Jupiter and Venus and Moon as well. So these are the revelation. So these are the simple exercise he is doing. He is revealing most important chapter. So he just started telling Maitre how you will approach to check the yogas. So just you see the moon and then see the sun, and now you are coming digging down. You are seeing the Jupiter and Venus and what is the timing of the birth. Then the clarity is coming, and now he will come more serious yogas he will talk about because Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is taking Chandra yogas very seriously and advising, even commanding any serious seeker of this Shastra take Chandra yogas very seriously. So these are the revelations of Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara through verse number 2, 3, and 4, Shubh Ashubh yogas. I hope it's clear now. If you have any questions, please you can ask.
So thank you so much about telling us about this yoga. I have one question that if we are looking at the day-night bird, we are looking at the nighttime bird, but for Navansh, this combination that there is a benefic aspect of Guru on or Jupiter on Moon, this we have to see in the D1 or D9?
This you have to see in D1. So
in
you
D1.
you have to check the position of the moon. So the position of the moon you have to check in the Navans, because Navans is giving you idea about the strength of the planet. So here, a strength of the moon is you are checking in the navans. Once you check the strength, it is in own navans or it is in Adhimitra navans. Now you are coming back in Rasi chart, because the Rasi chart you cannot that's the main chart. So yoga is forming in Rasi chart, and strength you are checking in the navans. If the same
Agreed.
yoga is forming in navans also, that's excellent.
But
But
suppose if the yoga is there in the D9 but not in D1, so that will not be considered? Or what is the situation then?
that is not the yoga. That is not the yoga.
Okay.
Because
So we have
you are validating the yoga, you are verifying the yoga in the D9, but you are not checking the D1 through the D9. You are checking the D1, you are checking, you Navans is supplementing. D1 is the Rasi
hmm,
chart, is the main tree.
okay. So during the night time, if the birth takes place and there is an aspect of Venus on moon, so it will be a Viparit, it will be Ashubh in that case. In if it is night time and Venus is there, it is good. But suppose Jupiter is there, then it will be bad.
It's a, according to classical Parashara principle, aspect of Jupiter is never bad.
Never
But
bad.
yeah, as far as this yoga is concerned, Subh yoga is not forming there. So the amount of wealth and amount of happiness native might get in case of the Subh Chandra yoga, he is not going to get. So that level of decreasement, that level of depletion, that is the Asubhata here. But
Hmm.
it is totally agreed, and all the Devagyas are agreed. Jupiter's aspect is never bad. Jupiter aspect is always a very
Same
great.
holds true for Venus also. Venus aspect also, because it's a benefic planet, it cannot be bad. The only thing is the amount of the magnitude of the Shubhness, it will be less if such a thing is not happening.
There are,
Means
yes,
this
there are
yoga
so
will
many,
not be forming.
yeah, there are so many techniques available to check how much. So we are just going to quantify these things. If you cannot, like Galileo said, mathematics is the language of God, and if you cannot mathematically quantify things, you cannot measure it. So we are following the same thing from ages, so we can also quantify the intensity. But at present we are in the very beginning of this great Shastra, so qualitatively Maharshi is blessing us, but those techniques Mahaguru is going to reveal.
Thank you so much. Uh, so So, with this, we will end this show. And if you have any comments, if you have any feedback and suggestions, you can write in the comment section, and we will surely answer your queries. And we will look forward to your feedbacks and suggestions, if any. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abhishek, for enlightening us on this yoga. Okay.
Thank you very much. Jai Gurudev.